Echoes of Character. Chapter 1. Fitrah. The original light within. Before we speak about character, before we speak about right and wrong, virtue and vice, we must begin somewhere quieter. We must begin within. Islam teaches that every human being enters this world carrying something precious, something intact, something uncorrupted. This is called Fitrah, the original disposition placed within the human soul by Allah. Not learned, not inherited, not constructed, but given. Allah tells us in the Quran, "So direct your face toward the religion, inclining to truth, the fitrah of Allah upon which He has created mankind." Quran, Surat Al-Rum, verse 30. This verse tells us something profound. Faith is not foreign to us. Truth is not an intrusion. It resonates because it already lives inside the human heart. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, explained this with clarity and tenderness when he said, "Every child is born upon the fitrah." Every soul begins life oriented toward truth, toward goodness, toward recognition of its creator. Sin does not erase this light, pain does not destroy it, time does not extinguish it, but neglect can cover it, distraction can dim it, arrogance can veil it. This means something important. Character development in Islam is not about inventing goodness. It is not about becoming someone else. It is about returning to clarity, returning to balance, returning to what the soul already knows. This is why injustice feels heavy in the chest, why hypocrisy creates inner discomfort, why kindness feels natural, and why truth, even when difficult, brings relief. The heart recognizes alignment before the mind finds the words. Before revelation came, the Prophet, peace be upon him, was known among his people as Al-Amin, the trustworthy one. He was honest, reliable, gentle in dealings. Revelation did not overwrite his nature, it perfected it. Islam does not crush the human spirit, it aligns it. But if fitrah is so pure, why does character sometimes feel difficult? Why does goodness require effort? The Quran answers honestly. And by the soul and He who proportioned it and inspired it with its wickedness and its righteousness. Quran, Surat Al-Shams, verses 7 to 8. The human being carries potential in both directions. Fitrah is not automation, it is orientation, and it requires care. Fitrah is the seed, and character is the fruit. Every virtue we speak about in this journey emerges from that original inner orientation. We can forgive because the soul recognizes mercy. We can show humility because arrogance feels foreign to the heart. We can be truthful because the heart is created to recognize and love truth. And we can be just because justice resonates with our inner balance. These virtues are not imposed from the outside, they resonate from within. The scholars of the heart explain that the fitrah is like a polished mirror, clear, reflective, and true. But life can cloud it. Heedlessness, repeated wrongdoing, arrogance, envy, ego-driven desire, constant sensory distraction, material obsession, emotional wounds, and social influences can all dull its surface. Ibn al-Qayyim described the heart as a polished mirror that rusts through heedlessness and sin. The path of character, then, is not self-condemnation. It is polishing. It is the gentle removal of what does not belong until the original light reappears. And even in a modern world filled with noise, fitrah still speaks. We see it in tears during Quran recitation, in a child's natural love of fairness, in the discomfort felt after a moral lapse, in the instinct to help someone in need, in the longing for meaning during hardship, in the peace found in nature, and in the heart that turns to Allah when all else falls silent. These moments are not random. They are echoes of the original covenant. So how do we revive this inner clarity? Not with force, but with gentleness. We begin with stillness, even 5 minutes a day without devices. Stillness cleanses the soul. We practice gentle remembrance, repeating Subhanallah wa bihamdih slowly and mindfully, allowing the heart to realign with its source. We reduce sensory clutter, recognizing that what enters the eyes and ears shapes the heart. We honor our first sincere impulse toward good, to forgive, to give, to help, for that impulse is often the echo of Fitrah. We reconnect with the Quran, knowing that even one verse recited with reflection can awaken spiritual memory. And we ask Allah to purify our hearts, as the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us to say, O turner of hearts, keep my heart firm upon your religion. And so we arrive at a quiet truth. The journey of character does not begin with learning, it begins with remembering. Fitrah is the soul's original light, the first echo of truth, the inner whisper that precedes revelation. When we nurture it, virtue becomes easier, worship becomes sweeter, and the heart feels at home. Character is not the construction of something new. It is the unveiling of who we were always created to be.